Hey folks, this is Vince with Dan's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly play the search for UAPs, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena. So it's worth mentioning this is my second time playing the game, so I might get a rule wrong or two, but as I always say, I'm here to spread awareness, have some fun, and show off some really cool games. We'll be playing a solo game against the AI. From my understanding, this solo bot is a bit difficult, so I'm probably not going to win, but it'll be interesting to see what the computer does and why he does it. Maybe I can learn a couple of things. So the code for this game is 57EA. Sports, it's in the game. Now, the way I'm going to work this, I have the wet erase marker for the mini board here, and normally you would also use that to take notes on this, but I just don't feel like wiping it off after the fact. It gets a little messy, so I'm gonna just use a pen and paper for any sort of notes that I may want to take during the game. I don't know how many I'm gonna take, but it's here should I want it. But I'll go ahead and use the wet erase marker with this mini board here as we go along, because that is pretty significant. You can rotate this, and you really can't do that on a piece of paper. So I'm just going to write it on top here, 57EA. And you can also, if you wanted to, write that code right here on your score sheet that you're given. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll just turn this off right now. All right, 57EA, continue. Now, I went ahead and pre-selected 4 of them, so I'm going to go ahead and change that right in the app, which is really cool. So this hitch a ride is going to be grant approval instead. I tried to pick ones that seem to be fairly easy to understand for my second time playing. Hadron disruption, okay, and I'll explain what these are in a minute. This one here is going to be hitch a ride. Hitch a ride is somewhere. There it is. And then lastly, advanced detection. All right. So these 4 things, grant approval. All right, I'll just do it from here then. Grant approval, and these slide in right here like so. So this one is survey for 2 objects here for the cost of 1. So you can survey 2 different objects, really helpful in scanning that quadrant pretty quickly. Hadron disruption, surveying here rotates the Earth. So we're going to see a whole lot more rotating possibly if people start surveying in this quadrant. This one here is analyze unseen satellites for 1 time. So you can normally, the only way you can do research in this game, you have to find the satellites first. In this particular case, you can spend an extra time to negate that particular rule. And then lastly, you've got this hitch a ride. When researchers move from here, you may move with them for free. So the whole object of this game is to find the UAP. If you want to learn more about the overview of the game and the ins and outs and all that, we did a recent review video. Go check that out. I don't want to rehash the same things over and over and over. We're just going to play the game today. So let's go ahead and hit continue. And I'm going to choose the teal color. It's the closest to blue. All right, so looks like Luna is going to be on Sector 10. Luna, the moon, is always going to be given to us at the beginning of the game. Cross off Luna and all other sectors in the outer orbit. So on our board here, we're going to do Luna, like so, and then X, 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 X. And then we're going to cross off Luna on every other outer orbit space, because you can only have 1 object in each sector. So that's what we did there. And then it wants us to cross off the Hubble telescopes in 9 and 11. Reason being, the Hubble cannot be next to the moon, cannot be next to Luna. So we're going to cross those off there. And then it says cross off the navigation satellite in sector 14. The reason that we're doing that is because navigation satellites appear in pairs directly across from each other. So if there was a navigation satellite in in 10. It would also appear in 14, but the moon is there, so it can't be here. The pairing cannot be there. Okay, so we'll hit continue on that. Oh, meteor shower in sector 2. I forgot about that one. Meteor showers appear in pairs that are stacked, meaning one on top of the other. So, because the moon is here, there would be no meteor shower there. We'll hit continue. And we're going to play on novice because the AI is going to whoop me anyway. Don't matter. But we'll go ahead and do that. And then it's going to give us a whole bunch of starting information here. It says no communication satellite in sector 2. That's the green one there. No navigation satellite in sector 3, which means there's not going to be one in 7. So I'm going to cross that off. And that's going to be given to us, actually. The computer won't give us freebies like that. If it involves a navigation satellite or a meteor, it's going to give us that information also, as its pairing will also be listed here as one of the 12 or however many clues that you get. No meteor in 4. So we're going to cross off 4 there. And that means there's not going to be one in 12. Okay, yep, 12 is listed there. No ISS in 5. International Space Station is not in 5. And then no communication in 6, which is here. 7, no nav, I already mentioned that. No meteor in 8, which means 16. You're not going to have one either. I'm going to try and keep that on the screen as much as possible, but I'm looking in like 6 different directions. No meteors in 8, just did that one. No COM in 8. Okay. No meteors in 12. Did I do that one already? I did. No meteors in 15. Did I miss? Oh, no meteors in 7 and 15. Yep, okay. All right, so a lot of meteors are being eliminated and no meteors in 16. So we kind of knew that already. So this is what we got going on right now. Hopefully you guys can see that. But on occasion, I'll bring this back up to the camera so that you guys can see it more clearly. All right, place your researcher on the time track 1. Oh, it says on the time track, yep, which is here. And then I get to put it somewhere in one of these 4 quadrants. I'm going to go ahead and do the northwest because I like that grant approval. The ability to get a 2-for-1 on research is really good. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to tell the app that I'm putting myself there by tapping on that and hitting continue. And we'll start a solo game, and he'll be, yes. He'll be yellow, and we'll keep it on easy and hit start. From my understanding, the AI will still get starting information, at least according to the forums that I read on Board Game Geek. All right, so he's going to go on space 1 on the time track as well, and the app kind of tells us that right there. And he wants to go on the northeast quadrant, which is here. Interesting. So if he rotates for me every time he surveys, I can just keep spamming this ability. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to start with a survey, actually. So this is a list of the different actions that you can do, as well as the time costs associated with them. I'm going to start with a survey. And I want to survey for 2 objects because of that grant approval ability. So yes. And I'm going to do the entire quadrant probably. So let's take a look at 7, 8, 15, and 16 real quick and see what information I really want to look at. There's only 1 spy satellite out of all 4 quadrants. Now, if you scan for a single sector, that's going to cost you 3 time. But if you scan for like a stacked pairing or adjacent pairing like that, that's going to cost 2 time. If you scan the entire quadrant for something, it's only 1 time. But there's only 1 spy satellite in this entire quadrant, so I might as well just scan for the entire quadrant, 1 spy satellite, or just do the spy satellite for the entire quadrant. Now, what else would I want to look for while I'm doing that, because I've got that special ability? I might look for the Hubble while I'm at it, because there's only 2 places it could possibly be if it's here. I could also look for navigation satellites. That might be something else to look for. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure I'll be here for a couple of turns anyway, so I think it doesn't hurt just to pick either or. So I'm going to go with quadrant, and it's showing us the entire quadrant, yes. Spy satellite, and because of that grant approval, I think I'll do maybe navigation satellite. We'll hit continue. Okay, So there are no spy satellites in sectors 7, 8, 15, and 16. So what we're going to do, and that's just telling us sector 7 has no spy satellite. So we're just going to cross that off because there are no spy satellites in 8, 16, or 15. That's what that red little icon is. But it's saying there are 2 navigation satellites in sectors 7, 8, 15, and 16. So out of these, there's 2, which now I'm at a... How do I figure that out? This is something I'm gonna have to write down, I think, on my paper, and then come back to it later when I'm, So I scanned for 7, 8, 15, and 16. I scanned for nav, and I got 2. So yeah, I got 2 satellites out of all of that. So yeah, these purple bullseyes looking things, those are navigations, and that one's already crossed off. So it's either going to be 8, 16, or 15. 2 of those are in there somewhere. And that means that there's pairings across the way, and I just have to find them too. So yeah, that's a lot of nav satellites. Now, what's interesting about UAP is that there's variable stuff appearing in the sky every game. Unlike X or Lost Species, which is the 2 prior games prior to this, in this game you can have 0 meteor showers, or you could have 6, or you could have 2, or you could have 4, or you can have 2 navigation satellites, 4 navigation satellites, 6 navigation satellites. So you're going to have variable objects in the sky per category, depending on basic or expert mode. This is the basic mode. So that's good information. We'll hit continue, and I'm going to go up 1 on the time track, because again, I scanned the entire quadrant, so I only move up 1. We're going to, it's giving us UAP stuff already. That's what that flashing green is. The UAP is not next to a spy satellite. So I'm going to write that down maybe off to the side here. UAP... not next spy sat. Okay, good enough. My shorthand is crap, but so it goes. All right, and we'll hit back, and then AI's turn. Okay, so the AI is going to be looking for stuff. Survey quadrant. The AI surveyed sectors 1, 2, 9, and 10 for spy satellites. Advance the AI's token 1 space. Okay, then rotate the Earth 1 sector because he's got that Hadron disruptor thing going on there. Now, 1, 2, 9, and 10. How many would he have possibly found? Only the 1. So he was looking to see if there's 1 on 1. If he takes a photo, then more than likely he found a spy satellite. But if he doesn't, then there's a reasonable chance that there is going to be no spy satellite at that location, because the AI will typically take a photo after it's found something, typically, from my understanding. This is my first attempt. So we're going to rotate this. There's a little flashing thing. All right, and it's going to rotate counterclockwise like that. All right, so these are lined up, these are lined up. Now that changes what quadrants I have access to, unfortunately. So I'm going to be doing a lot of just surveying, like just snap surveying, hoping to find stuff here. Now what's interesting is now I have access to 14, 15, 7, and 8. I had 7 and 8 before, and I had 15 before, but now I've got 14 available to me. So let's go ahead and rotate that like that. Okay, so if I were to survey, what would I survey for now that I'm facing this way and 14 is available instead of 16? Well, I still have, so I could scan for nav satellites again. And if I get 2, that means 8 and 15 were indeed the 2 and 16 was not. But if I only get 1, then I know that 16 has 1 in it. So I think I scanned for nav satellites a second time. And depending on the answer, I'll get different information. And the other thing I may want to look for, let's see. Now here's the thing. You're probably wondering, well, this meteor is X'd off. Wouldn't that X that off? The answer is no, because again, you got to remember that they're stacked in their original positions, but after moving or rotating the Earth like this, you're going to see things that don't make sense. So you kind of have to reset it to original position to see how the stacked meteors are supposed to look. And then, yeah, there we go. So we're going to go back to that. So I'm going to look for the nav satellite. And at this point, I'm going to do comms because this comm is crossed off and there's only a comm satellite in 14. If I come back with a 1, then I've found a comm satellite. So I think I'm going to do nav satellites and comm satellites. So let's go ahead and do a survey. And yes, we're going to use grant approval again, and we'll scan for 2 things in the entire quadrant. We're going to do comm and nav and hit continue. So there are no communication satellites in sectors 7, 8, 14, and 15. No communication satellites. So that means that we can cross off, and there's only one green communication satellite within this 4-quadrant pairing. So because this one's already crossed off. So we know that this is not a comm satellite. However, we just got information. There are 2 navigation satellites, sectors 7, 8, 14, and 15. That means that these 2 are nav satellites. Okay, these are 2 nav satellites, which is big information. We just found 2 nav satellites back to back. And by that pairing, we can then deduce that 4 and 11 are nav satellites because they have a pairing that's directly opposite of each other. So, and that works regardless of what position you're in because the inner ring and the outer ring only affect meteors really. So we know that if there's 2 navigation satellites, that also means that 16 cannot be, because when we asked at this stage, was 8, 16, and 15, how many nav satellites were there? There were 2, okay? So we didn't know if it was this one, or this one, or which of these 3 here had 2 of them in it. And now that we're here and we got an answer of 2, that means this one cannot be a nav satellite. So we are going to cross that one off there, but we are going to circle that, and we're going to circle that, and all of these are going to go away. Now that means that across the way, we've got a nav satellite there, and we're going to cross off all of that. That was a pretty big turn, I'm just saying. Okay, so we're going to cross that. Oops. Yeah, because we're going to circle that one, because 11 is across from 15. We're going to cross that off, cross that off. Okay, so we found some really big information there. Now, the next dilemma I have is, do I take photos of these now and get some points for them? I think I better, because he's going to be rotating the Earth constantly on me. I need to be where I'm at to take photos. At least of the outer ring. If I take photos of the outer ring, because I can stay here and 8 will always be here no matter how much this rotates. But this 15 is going to go away soon, assuming he surveys. So I'm going to want to take a photo of that soon if he lets me. If not, then, so it goes. Okay, so we are like that. Okay, so we're going to hit continue, and we're going to hit AI's turn. Okay, so he is going to survey, which will cause the Earth to rotate again, because of course it will. So he's looking for the Hubble Space Telescope in this 1, 2, 9, and 16. Advance the AI. Okay, I should have moved 1 myself. Didn't make note of that. And now he's going to do the same thing. And Earth is going to rotate 1 sector. This is going to be a very spinny kind of game. Our people are going to get really dizzy. Okay, so now we're here. We're here. Continue. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's go ahead and rotate that so it matches that. Good. Now, we have new things to look at. 15 is out of our reach. If we wanted to take a picture of it, I'm in no hurry to do that. I don't want to move back and take a picture. I think that's a waste. I may wait on 8 until I'm ready to move away. So for right now, maybe I just continue surveying as much as possible, because I haven't asked about the Hubble yet. I haven't asked about the ISS. If I get a response on the ISS, it would be that one and not that one. Do I ask about more nav satellites? If I do get a positive response, it would be there. I could ask about meteors in 13. Let's go with... I think I do want to ask about the Hubble. And I think I want to ask about... I'm tempted to ask about the ISS because there's one crossed off there already. But if I ask about meteors in the entire quadrant, I won't know if it's like talking about this one or this one. I'm either going to get a result of 0, 1, or 2, but I'm not going to know which pairing it is. So maybe I stick to ISS and Hubble and get some like concrete information if I can. So we're going to do survey again. And yes, I will use grant approval. I feel like I'm cheating using this, but the AI could have done it too, to be fair. We're going to do the quadrant, and we're going to do the ISS and the Hubble just to see what kind of results we get. Interesting. So the ISS is indeed in sectors 7, 8, 13, and 14. Now the ISS could only have been in one spot because the ISS is only in the inner orbit. That means that 7 is the ISS, and we can cross off that, we can cross off that, and we can cross off that, which is good. And the Hubble is not in 13 or 14 in the outer orbit here. Now, we have found a lot of things up to this point, so I kind of want to reset back to starter to get my meteors straight. Because, for example, meteors will no longer be available in stacked pairings. Like this one, for example, like that's good. These meteors are not, they're both crossed off. This one, these both are crossed off. That's good. These meteors are both crossed off. That's good. Is that all I found so far? Oh, this one here, 11. 11 has a meteor crossed off because I found this, but this should then be crossed off as well because they would appear stacked. That's good. And we smeared something there because, of course, that's the Hubble probably. Yeah. I hate wet erase and dry erase markers. I really do. Okay. I think I got everything, but my eyes are going cross-eyed already. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate this back to where it was. I think we're on 3 and 9 there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, continue. And we're going to move up one space there. And AI. The AI is going to take a photo in sector 16. I don't know what that is. I forgot to remember what he asked about. Do we know what 16 is? We don't. Didn't he look for the Hubble? I could have sworn the last turn he looked for the Hubble. I think he did. So maybe he found the Hubble Space Telescope. If that's, I mean, I can't get over there to take a picture of it before this moves. Because as soon as he moves, they're going to verify photos. So, like, he took it last possible second there. So he put a picture there, and we'll hit continue. And now we rotate the Earth because we are now past that little notch there. And okay, so now we're down here. Verify photos. It was, I can't see that. I think that's the Hubble. Yeah, so the Hubble is there. So he's going to get some points at the end of the game for that. So good for him. But now we can, on our sheet, let's go ahead and reset back to that. Hubble is here. Okay, and we're going to cross off that and that and that. Meteors are already accounted for. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I could have sworn that space junk was like... ISS had to be next to space junk, right? Let me just... yeah. I could have sworn that at least one space... the International Space Station is always next to at least one space junk. Therefore, if we take a look at the ISS, on the one side, we've got a nav. The other side has to be space junk. So we're going to just cross that off like that, or circle that in X, 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 which means that this cannot be a meteor because these would be stacked like that. So that also eliminates that. So we're down to what, 9 and 4? 9 and 4, there we go. Okay, lots of twirling and it's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, So he's up on me point-wise, but I think I've got more information than him. I just hope that I have enough time to take pictures later on, because he keeps moving everything on me, and I can't sit still long enough to take pictures. Now, I could, again, I've got the ISS here, and I've got the nav satellite here. I don't want to take pictures of that until the last possible second, because I don't want him having that information and then using that to deduce other things. I don't want, because he works in real time. He's live. He takes the information that I input and figure out, and he uses that against me. So I really don't want to take pictures here until the last possible second, or until I'm ready to move away and stay out of this area. But for right now, though, we now have a new quadrant somewhat. 12 is, I think, new to us. Let me see. I think 12 is, yeah. So now we've got this information. We know nav, we've got the ISS. Do we ask about meteors and get information on that, as well as, oh, the Hubble. I forgot to cross off the Hubble and every other possible location. No sense in asking about the Hubble, because now we know where it is. And, oh, apparently we had crossed off Hubble almost every, oh, okay, we just missed one. Okay, so that's done. So maybe we ask about, is there another nav satellite? Is that possible? Okay, so we are, for 12 and 13, oh, no, so 16, oh, we forgot to cross that off. When we eliminated 16, we forgot to cross off 12. So that's not a thing. 13 and 9 can still be nav satellites. So maybe I ask about that. So was it 9 and 3, was it? Yeah. So we've got, why did I cross off 7? Oh, well. So I crossed off the number. Okay, so what are we going to do with this? I could ask about comms. I can ask about comms, and I can ask about, it's either meteors or navs. I've already found 4. There could be 6. I could also use, oh no, I haven't verified any satellites yet, so I can't ask about any research. So, comms, maybe. And, because we haven't found any yet. And meteors, I have not seen a single meteor yet. 13 and 5 are the last ones. Oh no, there's 1 and 9. You know what? Let's ask about comm and meteors, because we can. Or do we ask about nav? It's a 50-50. All right, let's just do survey before I confuse myself. We'll do quadrant. We'll look for comms, which is only in the 1. And then we'll also look for, oh, do I feel lucky? Again, is there at least, how many comm satellites could there be? There could be 1 or 2. So there's a better chance it's a comm. So I'm going to go ahead and do comm satellite. And comm, and we'll do meteors. Sure. Okay, we got lucky there. So it says there is 1 communication satellite in sectors 7, 8, 12, and 13. So 7, 8, 12, and 13. Where am I at here? Here. 7. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm facing this way. So 7, 8. Oh, did I not rotate that right? Oh, I should have done that one more. My bad. There we go. Okay. So we got a comm there, because that's the only one out of these 4 that have a comm on it. So 12 is a comm. Okay. And that means that, and there's no meteors in 7, 8, or 13. If there's none in 13, then the pairing for that is 5. So there's no meteors in 5, because they'd be stacked. So we're going to go back to 4 here. Okay, so we've got a lot of information. I'm tempted to start taking pictures of the comm, at least before that goes out of range. Okay, so we'll hit continue, and the AI is going to take a turn. He is going to survey for nav satellites, 1, 2, 15, and 14. Did he get any? He will find one. He's going to find one, but I don't know if he has enough information to deduce which of these 4 it is. I don't know if he has that information or not. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, so he's going to move up 1 on the time track. Yep. We'll hit continue. Oh, he rotates the Earth because he surveyed. He's just going nuts with this thing. Okay, so now we're here. Jeez. I better start taking pictures. Of the outer ring. I think. Because they're just going to pass me by. Okay. So I'm here. Continue. Yeah, so 12. I need to get a picture of 12 before it moves away here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take a photo of that in sector 12 and hit continue. Okay. I'm trying to get some points in there if I can, right? These are hard to see. Okay, it's this one. Because this is going to move away. This is going to rotate again at some point, or it's going to go this way, and we're going to leave it behind. So we need to get a picture of it while we can. So we move up 1 on the time track, and he's going to survey again. 1, 2. So he's really trying to figure out where that is, and since it was in 15, here's the thing. He searched for 1, 2, 13, and 14. Which is here. He got 1 result here, and he got no results here, probably, unless these are navs. So depending on what he got, he may come back here and take a picture of this nav. I don't know. I don't know if there are more nav satellites than the 4 that we've seen. So he moves up like that, and we're going to rotate. Yeah, see, that's why I took a picture. That is why I took it, because now we're over here now, and this is where I took the picture. All right, we'll hit continue. Okay. So now that we are, my gosh, we are here now. All right, so we're looking this way. We know all 4 things, which is unfortunate. So do I take this opportunity to then take a picture of 11 before that moves away? Because I have a feeling he's going to get 15 at some point anyway, because he's been going after it. So I think we take a picture of 11 and negate the 15 that he's about to find. I think we do that, because that's going to move away soon anyway. So I think we, we have to verify photos. Oh, really? Why do we verify photos right now? That's weird. We didn't pass this. So why are we verifying photos? Oh, well, I'm just going to listen to the app. Verify photo. It is correct. So my comm satellite was indeed correct. We'll hit continue. Okay, because we're still here. I don't know. I thought we had to pass this in order to verify photos. That's just weird. Okay, we're going to... unless that had something to do with... Yeah, we're still on 9 out of 6. Okay. Oh, I bet you it's a bug. Maybe because, like, we've been rotating so much. Or maybe one of these notches passed something. I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and take another photo. We're going to take a photo while we're here on 11. That is going to be a nav satellite. Right? So we're going to take a picture of that on 11. Hit continue. Okay. We're going to put that... There go all my tokens. Okay. You guys can't see it, but there's a crap ton of tokens out there. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we took a picture. We move up 1 on the track there. Hit continue. The AI is going to go. The AI is looking at 1. So he's continuing to look for nav satellites again. He's still looking for it. All right, and now we rotate the Earth because not only did we pass this, but we passed, he did a survey action. So we're going to rotate it like that. Goodbye picture. See, this is why I'm taking them as quickly as I am. We'll hit continue. And I guess we do it a second time. Okay, so we are going to go... It's crazy. I've never rotated this much. I'm pretty much back to almost starting point. I've never had that happen before. All right, so we're going to verify photos. Sector 11. Verify. That is correct. So we're going to flip this over. He now knows that this is a nav. If I can get there first and let this keep rotating, I'll take a picture of and get more points. But for right now, the question is, while I'm here, is there anything I can take a picture of? I don't know what's in 9. I know the Hubble is here, but I can't take a picture of something that's already been revealed at this point. So let's go ahead and rotate. We're up to 9 and 8 on top of each other like that. So the only thing that we don't know is what's on 9. We know what's on 7, we know what's on 8, we know what's on 16. We don't know what's here. And yeah, so I could ask about meteors and I can ask about nav. I think I'm going to survey for both of those things. So we're going to survey, and we're going to do, yes, we're going to do 2 objects at a time. We're going to do quadrant, and we're going to do meteors and nav, and hit continue. More navigation satellites? Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. There's no meteors. No. Okay, so what we got, no meteors were in 7, 8, 9, and 16. We got no meteors. So 9 is not a meteor. And by extension, 1 is not a meteor. And my thing is going. Okay, and back to here. And we got 2 nav satellites. Okay, so we knew that there was 1 there, right? When we asked about nav, we knew that there was 1. But now we know there's 2, which means that this is a nav satellite. I hope I can take a picture of it before that goes away. So that means that that is that, and then across the way here is, that's probably why he's asking so much. He's confused with all these nav satellites, which I can understand that. So we have 6 nav satellites on the board now. So we move up 1 space like so. Please do something else other than survey, please, so I can like... I want to be able to take a picture. The AI moved to the northwest quadrant, which is here. Interesting. So he's going to move 1 space there. Okay, that's actually good for me. And I have a feeling he's going to start taking pictures. I need to take pictures of what's going to be worth the most. Now, here's the thing. I don't know. Based off what he's been asking about, I don't know if he knows how many nav satellites are here. I want to get, I think 9, because 9 is about to move away. So I definitely want to take a photo of 9, because he might do it too, but yeah, continue. All right, so a nav satellite there. You move up 1, and what's he going to do? Oh, I get some UAP information. The UAP is not directly across the same orbit from Luna. Not across Luna. Same orbit. I'm writing that down on my chicken scratch over here. Okay, so that means that Luna is here, and across the way is 14. So 14 cannot be the UAP, right? Yeah, so that is not the UAP, which means it is space junk, because there's no other thing there. Okay, and there can be, I think, 1 to 5 space junk, if I remember correctly. All right, back, and AI. He is surveying. That's interesting. He's going to be surveying. He's looking for spy satellites and nav satellites. He's not going to find any spy, because I know there's no spy satellites in 7, but he will find 2 navs here. So he's going to move up 1 space there and hit continue. Okay, now because he's not here anymore, the Earth isn't going to be rotating constantly. I still want to get more pictures in because he's looking for those nabs. I got to take pictures of them and get those points. So I'm going to go ahead and take a photo of 8 because we're about to pass this and verify photos. So I'm going to try and sneak that picture in before he gets a chance to. So I'm going to also do a nav there and put that face down and hit continue. I'm trying to stay one step ahead of him if I can. We'll hit continue there. Did I do it right? Continue. Okay, cool. All right, I move up 1. AI. He's going to survey the quadrant again. He's looking for the meteor showers. He will find none. And the International Space Station, he will find 1. I got to get a picture of that in too while I can because he probably knows it's either 7 or 6 at this point. So I got to get a picture of that as well to offset whatever points he might earn. So he is there. We're going to rotate again because we passed this little notch, and we're going to rotate that. And verify photos. Sector 8 and 9, verify. Both are correct. So we're going to flip those over, and those are some nice points for me at the end of the game. Okay, and then we'll hit continue. Okay, so now the ISS photo would have been verified here. So I've got until I reach that point to take a picture, as long as I don't move away. Now here's the thing. I already know everything here. So I may have to start moving away from this location to figure other things out. However, I just realized that I forgot to cross off certain things. We know the ISS is here, so there's no reason to have it just sitting there. And did this dry out on me? Probably. Okay, X, X, X. Okay, we're going to X those out. We're trying to narrow down. Okay. Also, all 6 NAV satellites have been found, which means that 2... Well, 6 was already crossed off, right? So, yeah. So, did I not do that? Okay, well, fine. And anything else I missed? Could there be no spy satellites? No, between 1 and 2. So there's got to be a spy satellite on 1, 3, or 5. But I could have sworn he looked here and didn't find it. Maybe it was in this quadrant. So I'm finding stuff, but I'm also like missing some really important information. Okay. What if I use like a research action? I might use a research action because I know that, I mean, I've got all these NAV satellites. Maybe I look or I research that. I've got a comm satellite. I could use research on that. Part of me just wants to keep surveying. I'm sure if I sat here, oh yeah, this would not be 1 and, so wait, so 1 and 5 would not be nav. Okay. So we've got spy, spy, spy. Any one of these could be the spy satellite. That's unfortunate. We've got a lot of space junk. We've got a lot of, I bet you the UAP is somewhere in this inner ring. Did we figure out we did. We figured out everything on the outer ring. So the UAP has to be somewhere here. We've got space junk, spy satellites, and the UAP left. Now, the one info we got, UAP is not next to a spy satellite. If we figure out where the spy satellite is, we can then hopefully deduce where the UAP is. So I think our next goal is to find that spy satellite, or if there's multiple. There might be one here, there might be one here, in which case it would be on 3. That would make sense to me. Because everything else here is located. Now, the other question is, should I take, before I move away, I think I take a picture of the ISS, because I know that I'm going to get points for that. He may get it at some point, but I want to make sure I get points for it. So I think I take a photo of 7 and get the ISS 7. There we go. So photo ISS 15 we didn't do either. Do I do 15 first? I think I do 15 first. Because that may move away at some... It doesn't matter. We're going to take 2 pictures before I leave. So we're going to take a picture of 15, nav, and then hit continue. All right, so we're going to do that there. Okay, hit continue. AI, he's taking a picture of 15 as well. So he's deduced, well, he knows that this is also a spy satellite, or a navigation satellite. We're going to take a photo of 7, and we're going to get that ISS going right there while I'm here. Because if he gets it and I don't, that's a lot of points. So I'm going to just make sure that I lock that in. Where is the ISS at? That's the Hubble. Did I lose the ISS? Oh, maybe it's still in the bag. maybe I put it in the bag, or it's hidden underneath. I want this to be the ISS. Oh, it's right there. I already did that. Okay, I must have put it there before. Okay, and the AI is going to do the same thing. So we are here and here. Sector 7. Yep, so he knows where the ISS is as well. So he's going to take a picture there. Oof, this is getting nitty gritty. All of the pictures are taken. We need to figure out the spy thing. Hitch a ride. I don't want him using that against me. So I think I move to the northeast quadrant and start getting some spy satellite data going. I'm tempted, if I analyze satellite data, what information could I get? There are no spy satellites available. The only information available are communication satellites, international, all of these we've found. So this research, this analyzed satellite data is not going to be good for me. So I think we just move over to the northeast quadrant there, like so, and that moves me up 1 on the track there. Okay, hit continue. AI, he's moving to the southwest. He's going this way. Interesting. And he moves up 1. We're going to verify some photos and rotate the Earth because we are now here. So rotate. We are on now 9 and 2, like so. All right, and verify. So 7 and 15, everything is correct. So we're just going to leave the photos where they are. We're both going to get credit for these at the end of the game. All right. But luckily I got these in before he did. Now, I'm concerned about getting pictures. I want to get some pictures of whatever maybe I should have gone that way. I'm taking more pictures. But I'm really trying to clamp down on that spy satellite. If only. Okay, well, let's do this. I'm going to survey the entire quadrant for a spy satellite in this area. There's only one possibility, but I just want to rule that out. I have a feeling, I have a gut feeling there's going to be 2, one here and one here, and the UAP is going to be there. That would make sense given that the UAP is not next to a spy satellite. Unless there's some rule that I'm missing, like that makes the most sense to me. Which would mean that, okay, let's just do it. We'll hit continue. There are no spy satellites, because of course there's not. So we're going to cross that off there. So not, okay, yeah. It's my fault. I think I have to re-wet. All right. Let's go ahead and put that away. Get a new one. You have no idea how much I hate wet erase markers. This is the one thing about this game that I absolutely detest. X, okay. All right, so we're moving up one space there. And because I'm on that ability now, we're going to keep rotating like so, and hit continue. The AI is also looking for spy satellites in 5. So he's doing the same thing I'm doing, which concerns me greatly. I'm starting to think I should take pictures of whatever the heck I can while I'm here. Facing this way, I can't take a picture of anything. So what if there's a spy satellite in 3 and 5, and that means the UAP would be on 1? I bet you there's 2 spy satellites. I just have a feeling there's 2, because that's the only way to narrow down where the UAP is out of all of this. Like metagaming, you know, that's like, because if there are no spy satellites, how would you know where the UAP is from 5, or unless these 3 in a row are all space junk? Yeah, see. All right, I think I may have to move here and try and verify that. I'm taking a big risk. Well, at the very least, I could take a photo of 4. So I'm going to go ahead and move here. Continue. All right, AI took a photo in Sector 5. How much you want to bet that's a spy satellite? How much you want to bet? I bet you that's a spy, and I bet you there's one here too. In which case, UAP is in 1. I have a gut feeling. So we should be on 3 now. I want to take a picture before I move past this spot, just to get that in there, get that little shiv in there. Take a photo. I'm going to take it to 4 and get that nav satellite going. I want to get as many points banked as I possibly can. And we'll hit continue. All right, good. I move up 1. AI. He's analyzing communication satellite. Interesting. So I'm curious, the communication satellites did what? We rotate. Okay. Verify photos. 4 and 5. Both are correct. Okay. So that goes and that goes. So there was a spy satellite here on 5, which tells us that the UAP is not. So this is a spy. Not there, not there. The UAP is not there. And so we knew that. We knew that. And we know that there's no spy here. I bet you there's a spy here, and I bet you that 1 is the UAP, because it can't be 2. But, you know, I want to verify that first, if I can. I mean, my logic is telling me one thing, but like I'm second guessing myself here, because there could be 2. Yeah. All right. So we'll just do that. Let's make sure we close this. Okay. We are now 9 and 2. So we're went too far with it. Oh, we're at 9 and 4. We're here. Did I go the wrong way? I think I did. Yeah, 9 and 4. So I am now facing north. Yep. Okay. Okay. So 3. While I'm here, do we just try and get, like, I know 6 is space junk, so he's got to move. I'm tempted to scanned for spy satellites there. And if it comes back as 1, I'll know that it's here. So let's just do that. Survey the entire quadrant for spy satellites. I know it's going to be 1. There is. Yep. All right. So we're going to circle that X. And that means that there cannot be the UAP on 2 because the spy satellite cannot be next to the UAP. So that means it has to be there. So we found the UAP. Now the question is, do we take photos first? Or do we just go for broke and report it? All right, so we move up 1 on the time track there. AI's turn. He's moving to the southeast quadrant, which is to me. Interesting. I bet you he's trying to find the spy satellite as well. I'm going to take a picture, take a photo of it. Now here's the thing, what if he doesn't know that that's a spy satellite? What if he doesn't, because why would he move there? If he knew that was a spy satellite, then he should know that this is UAP. Assuming that he's got all the information I have at this point. If I take a photo of that, then he'll know that's not the UAP, and he'll then deduce that this is the UAP. What if I find the UAP now? Then he won't know where the UAP is, he'll have to make a guess. Right? So what if I just go for broke and go for the UAP thing? I think we do that. Find UAP. I'm trying to meta as many points as I can. So we're going to do sector 1, right? And 2, we know sector 2 has to be space junk. So we got space junk on 2, space junk on 14, and nav on 8. Assuming that we did all of that right. So hit continue. Yep. So we know, select the object that you think is on 8. Well, we know it's a nav. We know it's a nav satellite. Sector 2, we deduced that it's space junk. And hit continue. And then we know that 14 is also space junk. Confirm that your findings appear above correctly. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you were the first to find the UAP, advance your token 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The AI, he took photos in 3 and 13. So he took a picture here. So he knew that. I guess he was just trying to get extra points. And then 13 was also a nav. It's going to be close, but I think I won because I found, that's mine. I think I won because I got those 12 points in. Verify. So, yeah, Sector 3 is the spy satellite, and Sector 13 is the nav satellite. And I think that's it, right? Endgame. Yeah. So yeah, we didn't really learn anything new there. I mean, this is what it looks like, but we kind of figured out all of that anyway. So now we have to calculate scores. Now, I'm not going to mark this up, but let's go ahead and do something like this. Okay, so I'm going to get, I located the UAP, right? So is that 12 points or 10 points? I think 12 was old school Planet X, but I could be wrong. Let me just make sure that I got it right. Quadrant modifiers. Rotate the Earth. End of game. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's 10, but reveal objects, final scoring. All right, so score, yes. So I score 10 points if I'm the first player to find the UAP. So I'm going to do 10 for me and 0 for him because he decided to take pictures instead of locating the UAP. So then we have to figure out tokens. How many Hubbles did he get? He got a 4 points for the Hubble. I got 0. Comms. I got a comm. I'm going to take these off the board as I mark them so I don't lose. Yeah, so this is a comm of mine. I got 1. And I don't think there were other comms, right? Well, if there were, they weren't found. So it's just the 1. Comms are worth 3 points. So I'm going to put 3 there and 0 there. Moving down to navs. This is going to be crazy. We've got 1 nav, 1 nav. We've got 2 nabs, 2 nabs. We've got 3 nabs. We've got 4, 5. I think that's it. So I took pictures of 5 nabs. So 5 times 2 is 10 points. And his 2 that he got, it's 2 times 2 is 4. So we got 4 points there. Okay, moving on to the ISS. We both got the ISS. So that is both 4 points for us. And then moving on to the spy satellite, he got both. That's right, I didn't take pictures of both. So his spies were 3 each, so 0 and 6. And that's, and no meteors. So he got 10, he got 18, and I got 23, 27. All right, so final score, 27 to 18. I can't believe I won that one. Again, I did play on beginner difficulty, though. I got more information. I wish the app was more forthcoming as to how much information, starter information the AI gets on easy and hard, just so I know like how to compare. Did I do well? Did I do poorly? You know, that kind of thing. So again, that was game 5-7 if you're interested in like replaying this for whatever reason, analysis purposes. But yeah, that was the search for UAPs. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.